Steve Conroy, go ahead.
Hey, Nick, just how did it feel to get the monkey off your back, and especially in the situation like you did, where it's kind of the catalyst for a comeback win?
Yeah, I mean, it felt great. Obviously, just to, it's something I want to do for this team is obviously contribute on the score sheet as well, and especially the opportunities I've been given. So you want to make the most of it. So it's felt nice to be able to reward the guys with a goal, and but a lot of credit goes to Jake DeBrusk. I mean, he just powered himself to the net, and if we can do that, I'll get to the net and try to put those ones in that don't go in. So it was nice to see our line kind of connect on that and get our team going.
Kevin Dupont, go ahead.
Nick, just to follow up on that a little bit, you've talked about before about being frustrated. You felt this would come. You contribute in other ways. That said, were you doing anything different? I mean, in the sense maybe of superstition or changing routine or just trying to get this thing cracked?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I used that break that we had as a way to reset the mind, and this is like a new season for me. It feels like in a lot of ways. There was an adjustment period to getting used to guys. I felt like now I'm almost coming into my second year a little bit, and a little more comfortable, and just what I can bring, and knowing that if I go to the areas that I need to go to score goals, that's going to happen. So my thing is, I don't judge myself on goals. I feel like if I play the right way, they will come. It's the other part of the game that I like to make sure that I'm responsible defensively. I'm physical. I'm helping our team in those little moments that usually win games, and you're trusted to be put out there in certain situations to help that. So that's where I judge myself, but it's always nice to score goals, and I definitely want to continue to do that for this club.
And my other one is, you brought up Jake. He had that great play on your goal. He had another one from the left side where he hauled it in, and the type of play that we've seen from him in the past. I realize you're just another guy on the roster here, but you've also been around a long time. You're an old pro. You see a guy in his situation where he's asked out. He's in this sort of a weird place. Have you offered him advice about the business and the game and trying to keep them separate or anything in that ilk?
Yeah, I've offered him advice. I mean, I think the biggest advice for him is just, you have to play well. No demand that you make will ever happen if you're not playing to the caliber that you need to play at. And I think a lot of times too, that comes hand in hand with, how you feel about the situation you're in too. So, I think, listen, that's the Jake DeBrusk that I've seen before from afar. And, that's what he needs to bring. I told him that after we scored. I said, that whole goal is set up because of you. He moves his feet, flies down the wing. Nobody, there's not a lot of guys in the league. There are, but there isn't, that have that kind of ability that he has, and he's shown it. And he has to understand how consistent that has to be and how beneficial that is to our team, first and foremost, but to him. You start doing that more, you're going to get more confidence from the coaching staff, from your teammates, and yourself in general. So I think, his whole game can come to life if he just understands that is such a big component of his game. It's not, the goals that he needs to score. It's look what he creates for other people when he uses that to his advantage. So, I think that's been obviously a big hot topic of him, wanting out, but he's our teammate. He's going to help us win games, and he's told us that, and we believe him. And it was great to see him, put forth a great effort tonight.
And thank you for that. I'll squeeze one in here. You told us a few weeks ago that the old man breaks out the old helmet sometimes on holidays, usually with a bottle of wine involved, I think you said.
Yeah.
Did he live up last night?
We didn't see it. He was actually he's at the Winter Classic with my brother right now. So he didn't break it out for us, but I'm sure we'll try to get it out of him at some point. Biggest thing will probably be us going to the Stanley Cup. I think he'll pull it out for sure if we get a big Stanley Cup win here, one of us. So it's always a good time around the holidays. And unfortunately, we couldn't see him this year, but we're thinking of him, and just glad that he's there with Marcus right now, enjoying that experience.
Thank you, Nick.
Thanks, Nick. Apologies, media. That's all the time we have. A flight to catch to Detroit.
Thanks,
we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Happy New Year, everybody.